Through good times and hard ones, raising families, building a life, sometimes giving more than you had to give. And now, after all these years, you've finally stepped into retirement. And yet for so many, this chapter of life doesn't feel quite like the golden age we were promised. There's freedom, yes, but there can also be fear, especially when it comes to money. Because let's be honest, managing retirement funds isn't just about numbers. It's about safety, about dignity, about not becoming a burden to those we love, about knowing we can take care of ourselves, even as our bodies and our world change. And that's what this video is really about. It's not just about financial advice. It's about peace of mind, about protecting what you built so you can live this stage of life with confidence, joy, and purpose. So today, with gentle understanding, let's talk about 5 things you should never do with your retirement funds. Not because we're afraid of making mistakes, but because you deserve to feel secure. You deserve to feel proud of the life you've built. And because it's never too late to make wise, empowered choices. Ones rooted in self-respect and love for your future self. Let's start with something that often comes from the kindest place in the world: helping family. Imagine this: a woman named Elaine, 68, divorced, retired from nursing, living modestly in a small bungalow in Ontario. Her grandson wants to go to college. He's bright, full of dreams, and he doesn't qualify for full scholarships. Elaine, proud and loving, offers to co-sign a loan and dip into her retirement fund to help with tuition. But what she didn't realize is how fast that money can disappear and how slow it is to come back. A year later, when her roof needed repairs and her car broke down, she found herself scrambling. Her grandson meant well, but couldn't pay her back right away. And Elaine, someone who had spent her life caring for others, felt quietly ashamed for needing help herself. This is the first thing we must gently acknowledge. Never use your retirement savings to support others unless your own needs are fully met and secure. Not because we don't love our children or grandchildren, but because we love them enough to remain independent. Because when we are stable, they don't have to worry about us later. Support can come in many ways: wisdom, time, love, mentorship. But your financial security is not a gift you should give away. It's a foundation you need for the years ahead. Next, and this one's hard to admit, never fall for high-risk investments that promise fast returns. Scammers often target retirees, and even well-meaning financial gurus may encourage risky investments, cryptocurrency, volatile stocks, guaranteed real estate flips. These may sound promising. You may feel the pull of making up for lost time or boosting your legacy. But at this stage in life, preservation is more important than aggressive growth. A man named Richard, 71, from rural Kentucky, invested nearly half his retirement in a startup through an old friend's son. He believed in the dream. He wanted to feel useful again. But the company folded, and with it went the money he'd hoped to live on for the next decade. It's not weakness to be cautious, it's wisdom. You've already done the hard work. Now is the time to protect what's yours, not gamble it. The third one. This is deeply emotional. Never ignore your own needs in retirement because of guilt, regret, or shame. We hear this often. I should have saved more. I waited too long. I made too many mistakes. And so we punish ourselves. We tighten the belt too much. We say no to travel, to hobbies, to a comfortable new chair, to that art class you always dreamed of taking because some part of you believes you don't deserve it now. But you do. You're not defined by your past. You're defined by your resilience, your story, your heart. You've reached this point with scars and strength both. You're not here to live small and quiet. You're here to live true. And that may mean using some of your retirement funds to nurture joy, health, and connection. So please, don't use retirement as a time of self-denial. Let it be a time of gentle reclaiming. The fourth thing to avoid, and this can be tricky, is managing everything alone out of fear or pride. Many people over 60, especially men, were raised with the belief that asking for help is a weakness, that talking to a financial advisor means you failed. But in truth, it's one of the strongest, most loving choices you can make, not just for yourself, but for your spouse, your family, your peace of mind. There are professionals out there, real, compassionate, experienced, who can help you build a plan that feels like a warm blanket, not a cage. You deserve that kind of support. And if shame is whispering that you're behind or that it's too late, I want to tell you something. There's a woman named Carol, 74, who reached out to a financial counselor after years of silence. She didn't even know how much she had left. But in just a few weeks, they helped her map out a simple plan. Today, she gardens, takes weekend trips with her sister, and says for the first time she feels awake again. Getting help is not weakness. It's wisdom wrapped in courage. And finally, the fifth thing to never do with your retirement money, and perhaps the most tender, is this. Never believe that money defines your worth. Your value is not in your account balance. It's in your smile, your wisdom, your memories. It's in the lives you touched. It's in the laughter lines around your eyes, the stories you carry, the gentleness you've earned. Yes, money matters, but you matter more. And sometimes the fear of not having enough leads us to forget that abundance isn't just financial. It's emotional. It's spiritual. It's in the phone call from an old friend, in the moment of holding your grandchild's hand, in the cup of tea you sip in quiet peace. Retirement is not the end of your story. It's a new chapter 1. You get to write with care, love, and deep personal meaning. So whether you have a little or a lot, treat your money with respect. Use it to support your wellness, your connection, your growth. Let it be a tool, not a burden. And if you're feeling unsure, scared, or overwhelmed, know this, you are not alone. There is a whole world of people like you quietly navigating this unfamiliar territory, trying to figure out how to age with grace, how to feel alive again, how to find connection, trust, and joy. Maybe you're grieving a partner. Maybe you're adjusting to new physical changes. Changes no one warned you would feel so raw, like menopause that lingered longer than expected, or intimacy that feels distant now, or erectile dysfunction that left you quietly ashamed. But please hear this. Those things do not make you less lovable. They make you human. There is beauty in rediscovering your body, even as it changes. There is power in learning to trust again, even after heartbreak. And there is courage, deep, radiant courage, in simply deciding that you are still worthy of pleasure, of purpose, of softness. One couple who watched our last video wrote to us saying, "We thought intimacy was over. We had gone years just existing side by side. But one night after watching your channel, we held hands again. We talked, really talked, we cried, and we remembered who we were. That is why this channel exists. Because aging is not a decline. It is a return to yourself. So if this video touched your heart, if it reminded you of your worth, if it made you feel even a little more understood, then please, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear these words, and subscribe to The Age of Beauty. Because every week we're here to hold space for you, to speak truth with love, and to remind you, you are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are more than enough. And your most beautiful years may be just beginning. We'll see you again soon. Take gentle care.